Good morning, good people. On the way to the truck, do the pre-trip. Go get some fuel, pick up the load, head to Salt Lake. About to get this wonderful day started. Here she goes, Betty White. The 2015 International, Big Cum is in it. Yes, sir. About to do this pre-trip. Let her idle for a few minutes to get warmed up, then we're gonna be in the wind, baby. All right, good folks. We all aired up, ready to go. Engine warmed up, ready to go. Out here, yeah, with the watermelons on there. That too. Ready to hit the road now, baby. All right. I made it here, pick up my load. I already got fuel already. I know I said I was gonna get fuel, I didn't record it. Kind of pressed for time. With the Mud Flap app, I go to a gas station called Maverick. Y'all probably heard if you live on the West Coast. They got the second cheapest fuel. Usually this place called Noyu, but I was really pressed for time, and I really didn't have time to stop there and go there first. Plus, they exit was closed on the highway, so I had no choice but to come to Maverick. The pump price was $4.10. Get discount was $4.02. It's a discount. I know last week it was 20 cents off, then it went down to 8, so I don't know what happened with that, but can't complain. But yeah, now I'm here, pick up the load, head to Salt Lake. Yeah, that's what we doing. Salt Lake and back. I've been doing that for like the past 2 weeks. Go there, drop off the loaded, bring back an empty, or sometimes I'll bobtail back, but man, I think my load should be over here to my left, so she pick up the phone later. Just as suspected, it was to the left, parking spot 405, picking up an Amazon trailer. A lot of people complain about Amazon, but yeah, it could be better, but it could be good for you. It can be good for you, especially if you know how to work it. Know what loads will do, know the amount of fuel to put in. See, when I fuel, I don't fill up. I only put enough fuel to get me there and back. I know a lot of people that they just like to fill up. That with current gas prices, that's really not the best thing to do. Just go ahead and put enough to get you there and back. That's my method right there. Enough to get you there and back. Save some type of money. This trailer too high, so I gotta get out and let it back down. So yeah. Got the trailer hooked up. I already did a picture of my truck already, but it don't hurt to do it again. Check these tires, make sure they're in good condition before we pull off. But like I said, Amazon, it can be good. Just gotta know how to work it. Everybody like do the contracts, but me, I live in Vegas. And California next door. I don't do California at all. So I just find good round trip loads that make sense to me. Like this trip, it pay close to $1,400. I put $500 in my tank. Like I said, enough to get me there and back. They leave me with roughly $850 to $900 left. And I do these 5 to 6 times a week. So $850, $900 a day, yeah, it makes sense to me. As of right now with the current market we're in, so like I said, you can't really beat it. You just gotta know what loads to do that look good. You just gotta know what loads to do that makes sense to you for your company. So I'm not going into detail about it, but it makes sense to me. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish this pre-trip. Let's get in the wind, baby. All right, guys. About to be in the wind, all hooked up and everything. And check out, and we'll be on the way to Salt Lake. Drop this loaded, bring back in empty. Good time. Made it to Salt Lake. Vegas to Salt Lake is about a roughly 5.5 hour drive. Right outside the Amazon, about to pull up and get checked in. Drop this loaded. See if they got it empty to take back. If not, go ahead, bobtail back. So let's go right now. Pulling up right now, gonna get checked in, wait in line, drop this, take an empty back if they got one. So that's the plan as of right now. That's the plan. It's not a bad drive. I've been doing this, like I said, like 2 weeks straight now, every day. It feel like a long drive, but the more I do this run, the more, I won't say easier, the more easier it get, but I feel like it doesn't take as long the more I do it. Yeah, pulling up now to the Amazons. Look like I got a truck, 2 trucks ahead of me to check in, so I'll let you guys know if I got it empty to bring back tonight. So they do have an empty for me to take back. That's expected. Ain't a big deal. Drop this trailer at 4:08 and pick up at 6:30. I'll be on the way back home. Yeah, trying to find another round trip tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Ooh, there. Alright, well, no parking spot. I gotta put it in the dock door. I haven't put a trailer in the dock door in a very long time. But today will be that day. Trailer, dock door 107. Alright, well, let me get this still off the trailer door and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, I dropped that trailer. I just noticed something on my truck. I think I got a busted wheel seal, which doesn't make sense because I got this place like 5 months ago. And it's our... That's the thing, I don't see no oil on the brakes though. I don't know. This right here. That is oil. But it's not coming from none. It's not coming from none of that. So where could it be coming from? That's fresh oil, bro. And I got this real seal replaced like November of last year, and I got my driver replaced 2 weeks ago. Yeah. The driver I got replaced 2 weeks ago, I got that replaced back in January. But Speedco, well, Loves, they only offer a 90-day warranty, 60-day warranty. So anything above 60 days, they don't work no more. So I had to pay out of pocket for the whole thing again. But I'm just kind of confused on where this oil coming from. If it's not coming from, I don't know. I have to figure this shit out. But it's the truck I'm supposed to pick up right here, so let me get this figured out and see where it's coming from, and I'll get back to you guys. Y'all, I'm really mind-boggling on where the fuck that shit coming from. I honestly don't know, because the back of my brakes are dry as hell. All that I can think of right now, I'm gonna go to the truck wash, just get the truck wash, get it sprayed off. And by the time I get back to Vegas, I should, if it does it again, I should know that something is up. But I can't think on, I don't know. Because the last time that was leaking, my whole drum's brake shoe, it was colder than oil. But it's dry, so I'm gonna figure it out. But let me get the trailer hooked up and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so I'm leaving Amazon now. I got my empty. I'm actually on the way to a truck wash to get it washed off. I'm gonna wash the whole truck as well, because I honestly don't know where that's coming from. So I'm gonna get the whole wheel washed off, sprayed off, whole truck clean. And if it does, and when I get back to Vegas, if I see the same thing, I'm just gonna take it to my mechanic so we can figure out where it's coming from, because I honestly don't know. Like I said, the last time that wheel seal busted, everything was coated. The drums, the the shoes and everything was coated in oil. But it's just the wheel that got oil on it, so I don't know. And I don't feel no leak coming from the hub itself from the front. So mind-boggling. So like I said, I'm headed to the wash. I should be there in 8 minutes. Get this whole truck washed off. I'm only doing it because I don't want to run through scales and they see that shit and I get pulled in. That's the main reason why I'm just gonna go ahead and get it washed off now while I'm up here in Salt Lake. Then get back to the crib, look at some more, dine, and go from there. Really. But I'll talk to you guys later. I made it here to the truck wash. This is called Salt Lake truck wash, something like that. I'm just getting sprayed off right now, get it cleaned up. Like I said, I've been checking it and I don't know where it's coming from. The back of my drums and shoes are squeaky clean. They dry, no oil. So I really don't know. So I'm just getting sprayed off right now. Get the whole truck washed. By the time I get back to Vegas and it doesn't come back or I don't figure out what it is, I just totally believe that my truck just wanted to act weird for today. Sometimes that happens. Your truck act weird for one day, then other than that, it just goes away. So I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm in line right now. I got 2 people ahead of me. Wait my turn, get sprayed down, cleaned up. And hopefully I'll be back on the road. All right, got the truck all cleaned up. This, I figured it out. It's coming from somewhere down here. That's where it's coming from. So when I get back to Vegas, I'm just gonna take it back to Love's. I'm gonna take it back to them since they did it, and they can figure out what went wrong on it. Like I said, I got this replaced last November, and it's leaking already. So we'll get that figured out. But it's clean. Yep, it's clean. I'm gonna hit this highway back to Vegas. Man. It's on the way. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Just want to throw that in there. I have to tell you guys, when I left the truck wash, the leak is actually coming from my axle. The axle is where it's coming from. So we're gonna get that addressed. Like 3 hours away from Vegas. We drop this trailer first, then we're gonna head back to Speedgo. Where I had it done there, for they can fix it. But yeah, it's coming from the axle. So yeah, I made it here to Speedgo. I'm checked in. Next in line, just waiting on that truck to pull up. Whatever he getting done to this truck, then I'll pull in. Get this axle set replaced. Earlier, I didn't even think what I was talking about. I thought it was the wheel seal, but it's actually, I actually have a small leak from the axle seal. But it was still replaced back in November last year, so I'm curious to see why it's leaking again. At this point, it's kind of irritating. I was just here last week to get another wheel seal replaced that I got replaced recently. Cause I don't know if they put in bad wheel seals in my truck or I can't explain it, but it's kind of irritating because I've been here like 3 weeks in a row. Oil change 2 weeks ago, wheel seal last week, and not another seal went out that they replaced. But I came straight here. I didn't drop the trailer off yet. I'm gonna drop it off as soon as they get done with this work. I got to 4 in the morning to drop it off, so I like to drop shit off early. Doesn't mean get in, get done. Get in, get done. That's just me, but I'm here, wait in line, so I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. I'm gonna end the video here. I don't want to keep dragging it along. I'm just gonna wait here, get it fixed, and go drop the trailer off. That's gonna be my day. So thank you guys for sticking around. Catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.